Hey guys, how you doing in the world today, my friends? My bestest subscribers in the world. Look at that. What do you think, eh? What do you think, eh? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Do you really know what I mean? Well, we just cut a board. We cut a soft board. This is our soft board we're going to use over yonder. Like we did this one here. I left off yesterday. I think this here could be part 13, I'm thinking, but I got these on. I got to finish nailing them right now. Well, not right now. I had a hammer on my side, and I lost my hammer. I don't know where it went. Let's go find the hammer. Come on. Let's go find the hammer. Hammer! Hammer! Where's that hammer? Hammer! Look, right there. He's in the ground. Oh my goodness, get up out of there. Where the hammer's supposed to go is right here. Right here. It's in this ring. It's in this ring right here. See this ring? Huh? Huh? I kind of should really have my wooden handled hammer. I like the wooden handled hammers myself. I'm old school. Shop it, Brett. Don't act like that. We gotta try to be civil. Okay. Hi guys. I gotta take my for sale sign down because I gotta put my soffit in. Can I do that? Okay. He sure likes them 2-inch galvanized spiral nails. We're doing good, guys. We're doing good. Looks like we got it, guys. We got the soffit in. I gotta go get the tape measure. Shouldn't take me too long, should it, get the tape measure? You know what I mean? Seems so to me. I'm just gonna try to stick that sheet up there and scribe it with the pencil. I should set a couple nails in it just to see. Maybe here. Nail here. And maybe another one here. Oop. That's two. Put the glove back on. Let's try to set it up, guys. I think this is going up a little bit better than I thought. Went up better than I thought. Oh. What I'll do, I'll measure up from the inside to the bottom of that board. It's 11 inches, so I put it right there. That should work. I didn't want to drive it home, but I wanted to keep it tight so I could do my measuring. I mean, my pencil work. There's a hierarchy. Get my gloves on quick. Hands getting cold. See how hard it is to get them nails off? They're Ardoc spiral. I have a big magnet that's going to pick up these nails. It's pretty strong. It can suck a knot rid of a dry pine board. No, it really can't, but it sounded pretty good, didn't it? I don't know. Let's see. Get this here or not. Not bad, hey, with this here makeshift jigsaw. One I didn't want. Not bad with this makeshift jigsaw, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know, I gotta get my slider up a smidgen more. I can't see on top. So I gotta go over that way 3/8 of an inch. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a pencil mark, right where it is, I'm going to put a pencil mark on the roof. So I made the pencil mark on the roof. Now I'm going to go back on this 3/8 of an inch. So when I pull the nail, I'll select this pencil mark with that pencil mark. It's an old trick from way back, from the hills. And while I do that, I'll make 2 more nail sets for the future, right here, like this. Here we go. Let's check it. I gotta put my glove on. Through all this laughter made my fingertips cold. It's perfect, guys. See, just simple things like that. When you want to have to move something either way, if you can see it, you got to see it. Put a pencil mark. Whichever way you're going to do, whatever that distance is, put that pencil mark. Join the pencil marks together. I got to be careful. This could be what you call a DIY, do it yourself with knowledge channel. You guys like my apron? I got a beautiful apron. All heavy duty, old fashioned, hard old flexible canvas. Just like them old canvas to show over such. Keeps things dry and good. Every 6 inches, I put a nail all around the circumference of it. Big word. We're moving up in the world. Circumference. You know what circumference is? It's a complete circle. That's called a circumference. Do you know what diameter is? Diameter is straight across in the center of the circumference. Let's go one step further, will we? What is the radius? The radius is at the center point of the diameter of the circumference. So it's half of the, I was doing very good till I stumbled. Half of the, diameter. There. Don't get me to repeat it again. Ye with little knowledge do serve a purpose. think now this was 17 and a half by 11. That would work. 17 and a half by 11. Okay. So we're going to do a 17 and a half by 11. 17 and a half. 17 and a half. 11 this way. There, let's draw a line with the tape. It's got to be scribed anyway. This is just to get it. I'll have to come back and recut it, right? But that's okay. You fellas want to walk with me? You fellas like to walk with me? You guys were underneath the ladder. Hope you're not superstitious. Well, maybe you didn't walk under the ladder. How's that one? Well, guys, it looks like to me, you can see it, it's done. Corner, see the corner? So, everything's done except shingling the roof. Next is the doors. So, I've been going 26 minutes. I think this is number 13. Part 13, I call it part, right? Could be episode too. Maybe I should call them episodes. No, parts. I don't care. Whatever you guys like. I don't care. Matter to me. So I got to design some doors. Then I got to buy some hinges. And money's tight, but gotta have hinges. I was going to use old-fashioned conveyor belts with nylon and like a rubber belt with nylon built in it, like the strong belts. I'm not saying I'm not going to. I'm selling the building cheap as it is, so I could put them and nail them in and clench the nails over. Plus put a few screws in them. I could do that, and then they can go and buy hinges if they want to. But you know something though, guys? That stuff is so strong. I don't know if they'd live long enough for them to come off. They're thick, and they're belts. They're thick belts. Really good rubber, but nylon. They come off them old-fashioned mills, eh? And them big sawmills. They're strong. They're tough. They never rust. I might do that. It's to cut costs too, right? So them hinges is going to cost me over $100, and I could buy groceries with that. Feed this guy. I know I would need to sell a building, but the building's really cheap enough as it is, and I think they might even like the authenticity. Authenticity, is that what it's called? Authenticity. I think it's authenticity. Anyway, if it ain't, that's my new word. I'll have them hinges out of rubber and nylon. I made an outhouse one time, an outside privy. I made it with a rounded back. I'll call it the humpback toilet, the humpback outhouse. I made it off the design off the old 30s cars from the 1930s. The old humpbacks are old. So I made it it was nice. It'd be worth $1,000, easy. But times was tight, and I had it sitting around, and it was a beautiful little thing. And I sold it for $275, I think. They come from a long ways away, way up shore, way up the other side of Nova Scotia. But they was coming down anyway, and they checked it out, and they bought it, and he was happy. Wasn't he happy? You fellas are probably saying, I guess he was. He got it for nothing. Well, he paid $275, and I was glad to have the money. No sense having something sitting around. But anyway, that was a rounded back roof. And what I'm getting at, the reason why I said that, the hinges, it had a round door. It had a round door. It had a little window in it on a diamond. The window was square, and I put it to a diamond. And I made all my casings antique. I made deer antlers for opening it up. It was something an artist would make. I'm not bragging by no means. I'm just saying it's artistically. Let's just say that. Okay. So, and inside I built a magazine rack. Right old-fashioned, on an angle, right, about 15 degrees, so they can put their little magazines in there and use potty, squat right down, like that, whatever they're doing, peeing, whatever they're doing, and they watch their magazines, and they put them back in the little rack. And then I took, for the toilet paper holder, I took a couple blocks and rounded them, and from the woods, and rounded them, and then I drilled a hole through it, and I put a piece of rebar in it. And I put a piece of rebar, and the rebar goes through the toilet roll, and they could roll it out. And when I change it, you just pull the rebar out. How I got the arch was pine. I took my table saw, and I made series of cuts into the board, a series of lines every 3/4 of an inch or ½ inch. When I cut up, let's say the board is inch thick, okay? So I cut up there 5/8 to almost 3/4, like there's about 1/4 to 3/8 left. And when I nailed it into the back, because I made my rounding pieces, right, out of wood. And when I put the board was like, here's the rounding part. Here'd be the rounded part. The board would be up like this. And every nail, the board would go down. The board would go down. Every time I put a nail in, the board would go down to the curvature, if that's a word, to the curvature of the rafters, and it would, right? But here's the kicker: the holes, the lines was on top. Make sense? So when you look inside, all you see is a rounded piece of pine wood. No cuts or nothing in it. Huh? Let your mind run wild, you know what I mean? Give your head a little shake. Let your mind run wild. So you make up all that stuff. And I took, for the rounded part, I took ice and water shield, and I put that over top of it. It was beautiful, eh? It was beautiful. He loved it. He loved it. That was I tell you another one about I made for a guy. He loved it too. That's another story. But it's too cold right now. Get to do something else, okay? Well, we're back here doing this kind of work. We're doing good. We're putting a nail on the batting boards. The nails are a little long, but I might go inside and bend them over. I don't know. We'll see. You know, it's nice to like your job. There's people that's working. I gotta work while I talk. There's people that's working out in this world that just hates their job. You know something? The Lord Almighty never made me that way. He never made me that way. If I don't feel like that job is my thing, I wouldn't do it, or I'll quit, or I wouldn't even take the job. And if I think of them being ill-used, it doesn't matter how much money I make, I'd be telling them and I'll be up and going. And you say, well, I'd never do that. I'd never do that. That's okay. That's okay if you won't do that. And I'm good with that. I'm talking about for me. I gotta stand for something, or you'll fall for anything. You heard what Aaron Tippin said. You've got to stand for something, or you fall for anything. Got to be your own man, not a puppet on a string. Never compromising what's right, and uphold your family name. You got to stand for something, or you fall for anything. You got to stand for something, or you fall for anything. That's the man right there. Aaron Tippin, if you ever listening, you're a good man. My brother loved that song. Wade Tebow over here, he loved that song. Wade, if you're listening, buddy, come in sometime. Don't keep tooting your horn going by. You ain't that much of a hurry. Come in and shake my hand and talk for about 60 seconds. I know you're busy. Frank won't care. Frank's your boss. He won't care, not for 1 minute. I wouldn't think. No, we only go through this world once. And there's only so much time we all have. One of these days you blink your eyes, and if I don't get hit by lightning or struck by a car or shot by a bullet, I'm gonna end up on a bed, on my dying in the bed, or almost to death. Can't do nothing, thinking about stuff, what I should have did. We gotta do the stuff now. At least try to. You know when you make mistakes, and there's people that makes fun of people when they make mistakes? I don't. No. I'm not like that. When you make mistakes, you know what that means? That means you're trying. You don't see nobody that doesn't make no mistakes unless they're not trying. If they're not trying, there's no mistakes. You gotta try stuff. Make a mistake, maybe it's not called a mistake. Maybe it's the opposite. Maybe it's not a mistake. So it's a learning. It's a learning thing. There's a special word for that. I'm not high educated on that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? But I know one thing. I know how to say, you know what I mean. You know what I mean? And you can understand and learn from people that say, you know what I mean? There's people that don't say, you know what I mean. That's okay. But you know what I mean. So if you're going to say, you know what I mean, you got to know what you mean. You know what I mean? Well, I'm going to put another nail in here. We'll get these battens put on. I like that Aaron Tippin song. I got a knot hole on one of these. I don't know what I'm going to do with that knot hole. I could probably put a blowout patch on it. A piece of tan. Put a piece of tan. You guys going to come over here a little bit with me? Guys? You guys are good people, aren't you? I think the world of you guys. You must know that, don't you? You know, if there's a place that somebody would think the world of you and happy that you're making comments, and I try to answer them much as I can. There's times when you don't hear nothing from me for quite a few hours. That's okay. That's okay. You keep checking. I'll get back to you. Maybe you fellas can't see that. Yeah. Can't see what I'm doing, guys. I'm apologizing. Yeah. You know, this is quite a thing, you know. Building these buildings. Some people might come on here.